Hello friends, this is Parsarthi Virda and welcome to Quality Excellence Hub YouTube channel. If you are the first time viewer, then do subscribe to my channel. You can click on the bell icon so that you will receive notifications of all my future video uploads. You can share the link of my channel and videos to your groups and friends so that they will also get advantage to join our family and enhance their knowledge. Friends, today we are going to discuss about dimensions of quality. Some of them say there are 8 dimensions and some of them say there are 9 dimensions. So all in all, today we are going to discuss on dimensions of quality. So let us start with what are the 8 dimensions of quality. First one is performance. Second is reliability. Third is durability. Fourth is serviceability. Fifth is aesthetics. Sixth is features. Seventh is perceived quality. Eighth is conformance to standards. And the ninth, which is added, is response. Some of them consider as only 8 dimensions of quality, and some of them include the last one, that is response. So we'll discuss all 9. Now let us discuss each in detail. Now the first one is performance. So what is this dimension of quality? How well a product performs on primary or main product characteristics. So whatever the product is made for, how does it perform on that particular primary or main product characteristics? Will the product do the intended job? That is known as performance. And let us see some examples so that it will be very much clear to you. Calling and messaging is some of the primary characteristics of cell phone, right? So how your phone is performing in calling and messaging, so that is the primary characteristics, and that counts a lot as far as performance of a cell phone is concerned. No doubt there are so many other characteristics, but these are the primary characteristics. Writing is a primary characteristics of a pen, right? So in the similar manner here also, performance of a pen will be decided on how it writes. The third is fuel economy is one of the primary characteristics of a car. So in a car you have so many primary characteristics, and fuel economy is one of them. You can have a feel on the steering, how the how braking is there, clutching, everything. So there are much more primary characteristics as far as car is concerned. So the performance of this primary or main characteristics counts here as far as performance is concerned. So this dimension of quality is performance. Second is reliability. How often the product fails. Consistency of performance over a period of time. It is known as reliability. Product, how often it fails. So if it fails more, then the reliability is less. Consistency of a performance over a period of time. Over a period of time, whatever is the consistency of the performance which we have seen earlier, that consistency of performance over a period of time is known as reliability. How much you can rely on that product. Less fails is more reliable. And let us have some examples. Voice calling experience over a period of time. Suppose if any voice calling provider, if there is no call drop over a period of time, if you call 100 times in a day and if you don't have any call drop, then you can consider that it is a reliable voice calling provider. In the similar manner, connectivity of internet by internet provider. If you get connectivity 24/7 over a period of time, say for 2 months or 3 months, you can say that the internet provider is reliable. starting of engine every time in cold weathers, right? This is also an example of reliability. The frequency of breakdown in a car. If breakdown frequency is more, then it is less reliable, and if frequency is less, then more reliable. The third one is durability. How long the product lasts, and it is the useful life of the product. Durability means if the useful life of the product is more, then that product is much more durable. Let us understand that with some examples. With same test parameters, if a 4000 mAh battery of brand 1 lasts for 10 hours and for brand 2 for 12 hours, then battery of brand 2 is more durable because it lasts long. It has a more useful life compared to brand 1 battery, right? So brand 2 battery is much more durable, right? Here you can consider time to replace batteries also. Time to replace brakes is also an example. If time to replace a brake is more, then it is much more durable. Useful life of a car in kilometers or miles. What useful life you get for a car in kilometers or in miles? If you get much more kilometers compared to other brand, then that brand is more durable than the other brand. Life of bulb running time, suppose XXX hours. So here you can compare two brands of bulbs and you can say which one is more durable. If more hours of life, then the durability is more. The fourth is serviceability. How easy is to repair the product, and how easy and fast is to resolve the problems and complaints. So that is serviceability. How fast you can serve the customer or the product, right? And how easy is to repair the product. It should not be very complex to remove the screws and bolts, and it may, suppose if it takes more time, then definitely the serviceability will get reduced, right? Let us take some examples. Time to resolve the complaint. Whatever the complaint is, what is the time to resolve that complaint? That defines your serviceability. Repeating complaints. If you get repetitive complaints of the same nature, then your serviceability is not good. So this is the fourth dimension of quality. Fifth is aesthetics. What does it mean? How the product appears, tastes, smells and feels like. And this is, it is a sensory characteristics, right? Whatever you can sense, that is aesthetics. For example, 2D curved glass in a mobile phone, finish of mobile phone, grip on mobile phone. These are all aesthetics, and this is the dimension of quality which deals with aesthetics, right? Appearance, taste, smell and feel. So this is the fifth dimension of quality. Sixth dimension of quality is features. What extra characteristics other than primary or major characteristics the product or service has to offer. Whatever extra characteristics the product or service offers other than their major or primary characteristics comes under the feature category. Here let us have some examples. 64 megapixel camera instead of 48 megapixel camera. So providing a camera in a cell phone is a feature. But if you compare two brands, and if one brand is providing 64 megapixel camera and other one is providing 48 megapixel camera, then the 64 megapixel camera brand is providing good features with extra edge on the on his competitor. In the similar manner, 6000 mAh battery instead of 4000 mAh battery in a cell phone. Auto climate control, touch panel, etc., other features which are in a car. So this features means extra what you get other than primary or major characteristics. It comes under feature. Then reverse parking sensor or camera, right? These are all features which we get in different kinds of products. The seventh is perceived quality. What kind of reputation the product has in the market? It is the perception created for the brand as an outcome of past history of products. Ranking in the market. Let us take some examples. iPhone. iPhone itself is a brand name, right? It has a very good reputation in the market as far as cell phone is concerned, right? So this brand value or a perception of that brand in the mind is known as perceived quality. For an example, BMW, right? If you imagine, it creates a perceived value in your mind, right? That is perceived quality. Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, right? These are all brand values. They have market reputation, and based on the reputation, people used to buy that product. So that is a perception which is built in our mind, right? So that is known as perceived quality. The eighth is conformance to standards. How well the product conforms to the standards, meeting industry standards, specifications, etc. For example, meeting the expectation of designer or customer. Whatever the product is being designed, is that as per the expectation of designer, or is that as per the expectation of customer? Meeting pollution control standards for a car, passing a crash test for a car, meeting SAR value for a mobile, meeting statutory and regulatory requirements. So this is conformance to standards. So this is the eighth dimension of quality. And the ninth dimension is response. How well you are treated or responded when you go for a product purchase or service. For example, greet you at the entrance, guide you to the product, spares a dedicated and experienced product manager, offers tea, coffee, cold drink, timely response on your query. So this, some people consider this as a ninth dimension of quality, but let me tell you, this does not directly deals with the product or service, right? This is what the response which you get when you go to the dealer or a manufacturer or to purchase the product, right? So this is the ninth dimension of quality. Now, with this all dimensions of quality, you can compare products, brands, etc., right? We can compare products and rank them with respect to mentioned dimension of quality. Whatever dimension of quality you want or you are aiming at, you can compare all the products and rank them with respect to the dimension of quality. Probability of any product to rank on the top of all dimensions of quality is very rare. We have seen here 8 or 9 dimensions of quality. So there will be a very rare chance that a single product will be on the top of all the dimensions of quality, right? Let us take some examples so you can better understand. iPhone has higher perceived quality, but can't be ranked on the top as far as serviceability is concerned, right? Because it takes much time to service that product. If there is any problem, then to carry out repair, it takes much more time as far as India is concerned, right? So in the and the second example is Rolls-Royce has higher perceived quality but can't be ranked on the top for serviceability because it may take more time in India as far as Rolls-Royce is concerned. So not a single product can rank on all the dimensions of quality on the top. Suppose if it is there, it will be very, very rare, right? So this is all about all dimensions of quality and comparing dimensions of product with respect to dimensions of quality. Friends, I hope you liked the video and you understood all the dimensions of quality. You can if you are the first time viewer, then you can subscribe to my channel. You can click on the bell icon so that you will receive notifications of all my future video uploads. You can like, share and comment. Share the link of my channel and videos to your groups and friends so that they will also get advantage to join our family and enhance their knowledge.